Next up, a senior from a powerful Montezuma-Cortez volleyball squad. Myka Glover is with us. Myka, we've been monitoring from afar, and you keep winning. So
Yeah.
this is absolutely justified, and we want to know more about this Cortez VB squad. So what is happening? What kind of story have you girls been building this year in the spring 2021 season?
Honestly, I think this is just our year. I think we've all gotten so close so many years. We've all gone to regional tournaments. And I think this year we're just ready to move past the regional tournaments. Like, we've had enough of it. We just want to make it to state this year.
As we're talking, you remain undefeated. Do you think you've developed a style or a personality as a team?
I think that we're all just super competitive. We want to win. That's the goal. And what I love most about this team is that we never dwell on our mistakes. It's you make a mistake, you move on, it's next ball. That's what I love about them. And I think that that's definitely how we play every single game. Every game we go in knowing that the competition, no matter who we're playing, like, we just got to beat them.
You keep earning W's, and I don't think you're very surprised about it. But maybe there's one element that, surprised you. What would that be in terms of the success that you're having?
Yeah, I think that our win against Bayfield in our first game set the tone for the season. Quite honestly, that was who we thought was going to be our biggest competition this year. And we came in so hot that game. Our serve receive was perfect. We were averaging like 2-point-something passes. We were always in system, and we were able to just like shut down their biggest hitters, and we couldn't get blocked. And I think that really set the tone for the season.
This is a weird year, right?
Yeah.
We're talking volleyball here in the spring. What's your perspective on what you've experienced, your observations, challenges, just the oddities of playing right now?
It's definitely weird, but it's also nice in a way because we've been able to play since summer. So I think we've worked out the early season kinks. Our serve receive was already really good our first game, and usually that's one of the rougher things going into the season. And a couple of us girls were actually able to play club for a couple months before season, which still felt really weird because, we went to a tournament and then flew back and then went to tryouts that same day, and it was really weird.
And you're a group of seniors, there's 6 of you, and then you got a couple of juniors who are making significant impact. A uniqueness with you that should be noted is you played your freshman and sophomore year with Del Norte. Mm-hmm. You are the only girl on your team right now that has advanced past regionals into a state tournament. What kind of value do you think you bring to your team with that?
I think it just shows that maybe I have a little bit more leadership or a little bit more knowledge of the game, just because I've seen that next level, and I've just seen that the teams who make it to state deserve to be there. They fought hard to be there. And I think, honestly, personally, from that experience, I just gained a lot of confidence and stuff like that. I just think that it was an amazing experience, and I'm happy that I can bring that to my team and hopefully take them to state again this year.
You're a team. This is a collective thing. When we mentioned Joye McHenry, Kylie Lake, Grace Olson, Amber Wood, Leah Comiskey, how would you share the dynamics of the relationships with that group?
I just love how close we are on and off the court. We have been playing together since we were little, since youth, with our little knee-high socks and all that stuff. I think it's really cool to look back, and actually it was really cool. Just this year we recreated a picture that we took when we were little. It was actually the middle school team, which I wasn't a part of, but we got to recreate and see how much we've grown since then, and it was really cool.
That's fun stuff. Why are those girls, when you talk about the other 5 seniors, why are they good?
They really put in the work. We've all done club. We all put in summer work. We've been going to open gym since June. These girls just want to win, and I just love how competitive they are.
A couple of significant juniors that we have to mention. There's Avery Wright, who's a multi-rotation player and a record-setting track athlete. And then there's the key distributor in your offense, and that is Dez Boeckman in that 5-1 system. What do they represent, and how do they make you better?
I think the thing that I love most about Dez is how unselfish she is. She just is constantly taking in our input. You tell her, hey, that set was a little close to the net. She gets it off. You tell her, hey, that was a little far out. I just love how unselfish she is and how coachable she is. I think that's amazing. And Avery, she's just a stud. There's not much else you can say. Right. It's actually really funny because a lot of people think that we look alike, and especially with the masks and stuff. And it's just funny that we always get confused like that. And so I feel like I have kind of a special relationship with her. And I loved playing with her. I got to play with her at club last year when we played on the 18-1s team. And it was amazing how versatile she is and how she loves a challenge. she gets blocked once and she's like, give me the ball again. I really love that about her.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that too. When the rotations are right, I'd add Dez to that too. You, Avery, and Dez. You know, there's dark-haired girls along the net.
Yeah, yeah.
Focus
I
in.
know.
You know, depending on
Yeah.
the camera angle. Like, which one was that?
No, yeah. After games, the crowd comes up to me. Good game, Avery. I'm like, I'm Myka. But
Right.
yeah.
That's great, and that kind of fits because it is a team thing.
Mhm.
You know, speaking of the team, and you were around for this. How would you describe the culture change and on-court improvements when head coach Joye McHenry took over about midway through the most recent season, which was
Yeah.
fall 2019?
Yeah, I think that there was a huge shift in just our attitudes. I think that early on in the season, we kind of had a little bit more drama. And then after she took over, it was gone. We played more relaxed. And honestly, the first 2 weeks that she took over, there was huge improvement. We worked nonstop on just working out our bad habits. She constantly worked with our setters. They had to set 100 balls before practice. And we worked on a lot of footwork for the middles. And with the outsides, we had to place our tips. And I just saw huge improvement in everyone, especially myself, after she took over in just the first 2 weeks.
How about the reaction of your community? When you think about this, if you're not aware, southwest corner of the state, Cortez has about 8,500 people. The whole county, Montezuma County, at about 26,000. There's all kinds of western slope diversity out there. What are you feeling in terms of the vibes and the reactions from the community about what you girls are accomplishing?
Yeah, honestly, I have to mention our student section at all of our games. I love that in our huddle film, you can see them. They have been amazing. They've shown up to all of our home games. They bring such a good crowd. And honestly, it's like they're right on the court with us. I mean, they bring such a good energy to us. And it's really cool how supportive they are because, like, I've never had, like, this much support from a volleyball team before.
You think of the target map. You're going to
Mhm.
finish up the regular season. That's going to happen soon. You've got regionals, and then you have a scaled-down Class 3A volleyball tournament ahead of you. What do you girls believe as a team?
Well, I think we're really positive that we're going to be able to host regionals, which will be a huge advantage because I'm not sure the last time that Cortez got to host a regional tournament. And I think that we're really confident that we're going to make it out. I think that, I mean, we're all just super set on state. And I think we all have it in the back of our mind that we can win state when we play at our best. And so I think that's all of our goals right now.
You're proud to call Colorado home. So are we. Since 1973, we've been giving back to the communities where we live, work, and play across our great state. And we're here to stay. If you're looking for an independent, locally managed community bank where the employees are also the owners, we would like to be your bank. We're Alpine Bank.